Right, what I'm going to do now is install a second web browser. Now in MX Linux, Firefox is pre-installed, which is a great browser, but I actually use another browser for a lot of my testing, and that of course is Google Chrome. Now there is another version of Chrome called Chromium, and there's also another version called Ungoogled Chromium, which has had all of the connections to Google removed, but I'm quite happy to use Google Chrome, and actually having two web browsers is quite handy because I can use one for work and one for my personal use, so for research and that kind of thing. So most Linux distros have some form of apps installer. In MX Linux, of course, there is the MX package installer. So I'm going to open that up right now. And I'll just move this to the left. And in this section here, under the popular applications, is a section with all our web browsers. So currently I have Firefox installed, and I have the option to install any of these other browsers. So I've got plenty to choose from. So I'm going to install Google Chrome, and then click install. And now the packages have been selected, so I'll click OK. And while this installs, I'll just speed up this little bit of the video and rejoin you as soon as this has completed. And that has completed, so I'll click OK, and I'll close out of the MX package installer. And the first thing I'll do is go into my apps menu, and in the internet category you'll find Google Chrome. So I'll grab that and drag that into my dock, and I'll just park that next to Firefox and then launch it. And I won't make it my default browser because I'll actually use Firefox as the default, and I'll also deselect this automatically send statistics and crash reports, and then click OK, and then get started. So I'll just skip out of there, and I'll skip out of there, and skip that, and then continue. Cool, so if you have a Google account that you normally sign into, this is where you would do it, but I'm just going to open a new tab and close that one. And so what I'm going to do now is just adjust the settings to my liking. So let's see, go to the settings. And I'm actually turning off the passwords because of course I'll be using Bitwarden for my passwords. And let's just check on this. All good. And I'll just quickly theme it. So I'll use a dark theme to go with the desktop. And Morphean Dark is quite a nice one. Cool, and that also lets me know which tab I'm in too. So I'll go back to settings, and I'll get it to show the home button, and put in the YouTube homepage. That, and let's see the search engine, and I'll use the Google search engine in Google Chrome. Default browser, nope. And then on startup, I'll continue where I left off, and then go to the advanced category, and I'll ask where I want to save everything, and I'll turn that off. Cool, and now I'll open up the extensions that are installed, and as you can see, Google Docs, Sheets and Slides are installed. I'll actually remove Slides because I never actually used that. And I do use Sheets and I do use Docs, and having Google Docs offline is actually quite handy as well. Cool, so if you wanted to actually install some extensions, you'll find it here at chrome.google.com/web store, or if you just do a search for Chrome extensions store. And there it is there. Cool, so the very first extension, of course, I'll be installing will be Bitwarden. So I'll install that now. And here it is here, Bitwarden, the free password manager. And I'll just add to Chrome, add extension. And it is now installed. So if you click on this little jigsaw puzzle piece here, you'll find this is where the extensions are hidden. So if you want to pin it to the panel, I'll just click that, and now that will always show.